Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about test configuration parameters. Uh, this is one of the feature available in TOSCA, which is used to simplify test maintenance and avoiding repetition of same configuration at different levels. There are different types of configuration parameters, predefined and user or self-defined configuration parameters. TCP can define at different levels like test case level, test case folder level, project root folder level, or test configuration, test execution list level. After specifying test configuration, we can call that configured value test TCP at test step level, and this is the keyword we are using. Started with curly bracket CP and name of the configuration parameter in square bracket and closing the curly bracket. Now we'll see the practical implementation of TCP in TOSCA commander. Where this is our folder and subfolder, and there are two test cases and where we are defining the test configurations in this tab. So this tab is available at all root folder or folder level as well as at test case level. You see, as of now I did not specify any configuration parameters, so if I perform the execution of this test case, it will execute in the default browser of the system. So let me configure now. In the test case root folder, I will define few configuration parameters. We'll start with predefined configuration parameters. To add it, right click on the folder and navigate to test configurations in root folder. Right click on this folder, navigate to create test configuration parameters. These all are predefined configuration parameters. Browser is one of the configuration parameters available, and let me pick the browser as H. Now TCP is also following the inherited approach. So whatever I specify in the root folder, same configuration will replicate all the subfolder level. Okay, and even their respective test case level also. Now we define it at one place and it is replicated across the subfolders and test case level. Okay, but again, if you want to change at any level, you can still modify it. Let me modify in test case 2. I will change this to Firefox. You can do that. So if I run it at test folder level, the first test case will run in browser Edge, the second one will run in the Firefox. For now, let me change it. Okay, as I don't have that browser. So now in case we are having even we can define here, we can define the user or self-defined configuration parameters. Let me add few configuration parameters, user-defined configuration parameters. I want one email. As per my test step, I need email and password, so I create two configuration parameters here. Let me give the username here as the email address TOSCA at Let's Explore Automation, and the password as TOSCA 123. So if you see now, same configurations, test configurations replicating across the subfolders and test cases. Okay, now Still, if you want to change, you can change it at any level. One more feature available in TOSCA, if we are having multiple different configurations for different environments, we can use configuration also. Like in project folder, we are having configuration tab, right? So inside this, you can define different configurations based upon the different environment. Let's say if you want to add it, you can create one folder here, TCP, and inside this you can define different configurations. Okay, any environment, like we can say it as dev environment. To save the time, I have already created few of the configurations in this folder called TCP configuration, and I am having two environments, both are having different configurations. Okay, few are similar and few are there are little difference in the configurations. Okay, so if you want to map it, you can drag it and drop it to any respective folder level. Okay, so let me add it at this folder. In TCP folder I map it. So now it will be applicable across the respective test cases coming under this folder. Now you see, same configuration is reflecting across the test cases. And now we can define configuration in test execution list level also. I have already created one folder here, and execution list is there, where I push both the test cases in this. Okay, now let me okay, just a minute, let me delete this. I will create a map new configuration here. Okay, so now in TCP I don't have configuration parameter right now. What I can do, I can drag this and drop this configuration on test execution list level, and you see it is mapped with this map. And configuration defined in at test configuration like execution list level will supersede whatever configurations we define in the test case or folder or root folder level. So configurations defined in execution list is always supersede. Okay, so if we whatever configurations we define here will be prioritized, and our execution will follow these configurations for the execution in the execution list. Okay, so you do it, practice, and let me know if you have any question. You can message. Thank you.